celebrating 20 years. The Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 World Championship is back.
David Chavez from Ranch Masonry. Darren Dalton, who is the world's best bricklayer. Let's lay some brick!
The best masons in the business are ready to test their skill, speed, and stamina, all for a chance to take home their share of $125,000 in cash and prizes, including a new Ford F-250 4x4 truck, Kubota RTV X1140, ESSIC Pro 12 mortar mixer, and the title, World's Best Bricklayer. It's all part of Masonry Madness Day, and it's coming to you live from the world of concrete in Las Vegas.
Get those last bit of bricks in. Come on. Trowels down.
My goodness, it seems like we were here just, what, about 6 months ago?
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit warmer there, but here we are again in Las Vegas.
Man, it is absolutely beautiful out here. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Clark, host of the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500, along with my partner in crime, Sean O'Malley. And Sean, it's going to be an amazing 20th anniversary.
The platinum. The 20th years. The 20 year. We did not get here easily, but this event is the most insane masonry event held on the planet, Tom. You've been here for a lot of years covering it. Every play-by-play. I want to help you go through it. Can't wait to see some of the excitement that stands ahead of us here. But today, we're on Sponsored Demo Day. We're going to talk a lot about the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 in the days to come.
Right.
But today, it's all about some sponsor time.
It really is, and you can't pull something off like this without great sponsors. And, you know, I'm going to throw a name right out the bat, Marshalltown, who was the very first sponsor to come on board. Kim Haley and the crew out there. Jack and Joe is also from Marshalltown, who's with us here today. But it's not just Marshalltown. There's so many great sponsors, and we're going to talk to them. There's some great demos along the way as well, and that's what it's all about today. And if I'm not mistaken, for the next hour and a half, it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be jam-packed, but there's a lot more going on than just that. So why don't you just lay the groundwork for everybody, let them know what's going on there, and I'm going to go visit our first sponsor, Ford Pro, who has that electric F-150. We're going to go through it. It's an amazing demo. You got it.
I got this. You go get it set up over there. I know you don't like too much time on the camera. You get rolling. I'm going to let everybody else know what's going on here. Exactly.
All right, here we go.
So you see a lot of commotion in the background. It's not just going to be tents and banners. You're going to see teams working. Now, we're not actually laying brick for a contest today. We are allowing the teams to set up their base stalls so that they can conserve their energy, and when they come back here tomorrow and kick off at 11 a.m., they're going to have their stalls built, they're well rested, and they're ready to kick it. We are going to see some amazing numbers. We could see 500. That's pretty common. Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500. We might see 1,000 brick tomorrow. It's been done in the past, but keep in mind, quality is key. One miscue, and that can be deduction. So you got to watch all the way to the end. These base courses and the teams are going to be building for the rest of the afternoon, conserving their energy. It's going to get up to about knee height, nice and comfortable, create some dynamic speed. Now, I don't know if Tom is quite ready yet, but we're going to go over and we're going to talk to some of the sponsors that have been with us for so many years. Again, we cannot put on an event like this without their support and their help. So we've created this platform. They're here to help support the industry, the people, give you the answers of what you need to stay in touch with your business. Now, Tom, one of the most key elements in any contractor's business is getting to the job site. But even beyond that, nowadays, they need more out of a vehicle. You got something that might be over there that would help a contractor do more in a day?
No, it's not just a might, it is a definite, and I'll tell you what, Ford has been such an amazing sponsor over the years. I mean, I can't say thank you enough for what they have done, and when you look up on top of the Hydromobile and you see that beautiful Ford up there, a Mason's gonna get a set of keys to that. But we've gone more than just what's on the Hydromobile. We talked about it last year with the Frunk, if you remember it, the F-150, the electric vehicle that is absolutely just ridiculously awesome, and we're gonna get the full demo. We're gonna do a little bit of the back, and then we're gonna head to the Frunk. And if you don't know what the Frunk is, well, get the Frunk out of here? Can I say that? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, it's absolutely amazing. I want to introduce, Nick was here with us last year. Nick Banger, he is the Ford Pro Commercial Business Manager, and then also Andrew Comrie-Picard, a Ford Pro Subject Matter Expert. And you know, we did a little demo of this a little earlier, guys, and I was so excited because I'm like, there's no way, there's no way. There's no way. And this guy, Andrew, kept on flipping switches with more stuff connected to this. Nick, I'm gonna let you start it off. Talk to me about what's going on with Ford Pro, because everybody needs to know about this new F-150 electric vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very exciting time for Ford Motor Company right now. We've just announced Ford Pro, which is a new global startup organization within Ford Motor Company dedicated to our fleet and commercial customers. So making it easier for them to do their business, offering solutions, as well as great vehicles for them, just making everything easier for them. So.
You know, we got a glimpse of this last year, of the F-150, and everybody was really excited about, you know, what's going on? I want to see this. And when folks are around here, and it's kind of funny because I've been walking up and down for most of the day, and I see the looks on their faces, and their eyes are just popping wide open, and they're like, you know, the jaws are dropping. It's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, we are all in for electrification. So the proof is right here with the F-150 Lightning, all new, all electric truck. It is great. We've had a ton of traffic out here, tons of great features and benefits, especially for our fleet and commercial customers. We are all in on electric. We have not only the F-150 Lightning, we have our E-Transit, which by the way will be out this year, and we also have our Mustang Mach-E. So Ford is all about electric right now.
And Andrew, I want you to come on in here. Guys, switch places, because Andrew, we did this little walkthrough earlier, but I want you to go through everything that's going on here on the back end of the truck. We'll do the front end a little bit later, but this is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get out of the way, let the camera get in here. It's all yours, Andrew.
All right, well, thanks very much. Well, look, Ford has spent the last 45 years with the F-Series as the best-selling truck series in America, because they go out and figure out what you guys need in the field, right? What you need to get your job done. And I'm going to show you just a couple of things regarding that at the back of the truck here. First off, what we call the tailgate work surface. This is actually with every F-150, but you see what we have here, some clamp pockets. We got a 2x4 clamped right on here. You can work on that. You can see the tailgate step is deployed here also, but you also have some hash marks printed in the back here so you can measure things out on the tailgate, places to hold your pencils. This is my personal phone on the device holder here. just a useful place, because you know when you're working out in the field, this is where you work.
This to me reminds me, it's like I'm having my own garage. You know, this looks like my garage setup right here. I got the table out there, you know, and everything. And
your garage is better organized than mine is.
I don't know. I tell you, this is the garage I want right here. All right, keep going, because
well,
this
the
is
other thing
amazing.
you have in the garage, right, is power at the garage.
This
right?
is true.
You got to
do
power
have
it up.
to.
Yeah. And so one of the most important things, or one of the features that we think that commercial customers really are going to love, we know they are already, is what we call Pro Power on board. Okay. And with the Ford Lightning, this here you've got the F-150 Lightning, the fully electric BEV vehicle. Here we got a total of 9.6 kilowatts. In the bed, 7.2 kilowatts. That's 7,200 watts of power, and you're able to achieve that in part because you've got the big battery array under the vehicle that does the driveline. Well, now suddenly you don't need to take a separate 9,600 watt generator to your work site. It's built into the truck, right, and the plug's right here.
Can you give me an example? I know, some folks here, there's some wattage on here, but when I plug in this, or I plug in that, or I plug in that, talk about the watts that are available for this cool F-150.
Yeah, and I love that, because you get so many people around here, sophisticated customers who are like, I need to power exactly this or exactly that. So let me talk about that. In the bed here, you've got 4 120 volt and 1 240 volt 30 amp plug, okay?
Okay.
Now that gets you a lot of power. Let me give you some examples. We're gonna look over here. You see all these power tools we got laid out here.
Right.
It's a nice array of stuff, but it's not an example of individual things you can use. It's actually an example of everything you can use together. So first I'll charge some batteries over there.
Okay.
I just turned on a switch there, okay?
Okay, the green light's on.
Yeah, now I'm gonna turn on some lights, let's say. Now I got a printer on, I'm gonna turn on the lights here. Okay. Oh, and then I'm gonna turn on
we got
a
the
circular
saw going, and the lights,
and
we
a
got
compressor
all this,
all running at the
and
same time. right? We're turning it into a full work
What
site
else
already.
can you do?
Let's just turn that back off and take a second. Now,
Okay.
let me tell you this. You guys are familiar. We're working with Spec Mix here. This is the Spec Mix Workhorse, okay? It's mixing up some mud. I can actually, this is 120 volt. It's full 20 amps. Needs a high amperage to start up. And I can just hit the button and start running that. I've also got the water pump and the vacuum cleaner that are running there, and we're making mud right here off the back of the truck.
You don't need anything but the truck.
I don't need anything but that. And you know what else? You know that other stuff I was telling you
No,
about?
you're not. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. Come on.
There we go. We got it all running.
Okay,
So
this
all
is
that
cool.
stuff,
This is cool. Look at this.
all of this
Everything
is
is
running off
going-
the F-150 Lightning right now.
And the workhorse, too.
And the Workhorse.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
And you have it at the work site with you.
This is absolutely amazing. Guys, how does Ford Pro come up with something like this again? Nick, you guys have done it again. It's very cool.
You know, it's all about listening to our customers. You know, we want to build those features, those services, those benefits that are going to help them do their job easier and get the job done. So that's what we're all about.
All right, and what do you say we take it to the front in just a little while, right? Yep. When we get Clyde to close up the day, we'll talk about the front because that's just as impressive as the back right here. All right, sound good? Andrew, Nick, thank you so much. You got to come over and check it out. The F-150, this is so cool, all electric. And I don't know about you, Sean. I know Kubota is awesome. I'm giving away a Ford truck. We also have a Kubota we're going to give away, but we're going to go into spots first, pay a couple of bills, and when we come back, you're going to see Sean O'Malley over there with our good folks over at Kubota. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it again. Thank you, Ford Pro.
Here's an idea. Take the familiar and make it revolutionary. Take the truck our parents used to build this country. Make it so it can power our homes. Take the vehicles businesses use to keep the lights on. Make them run on the same thing that turns the lights on. Take the original 0 to 60 head turner. Give it 0 vehicle emissions. Take the signature vehicles of the last century and make them electric. Take who we are and make it into where we're going. Now there's an idea.
Every crew needs an Alpha or 5. The powerful, reliable Kubota construction lineup featuring the world's #1 selling compact excavator.
All right. Thank you, Tom. That was some great information. We just saw some cool commercials there. Now we're back to the live event, and we've got some great groups out here, and one of the front runners, Kubota. I'm over here today, and I'm with Patrick Baker. I'm sorry for that. I missed it. Project manager, the CE division, and what we're looking at is some of the Kubota equipment, the compact equipment. You're going to walk me through it, but first, I want to hear how long has Kubota been diversifying and so dynamic in the construction industry?
Absolutely. So first off, thank you for having us out here. It's Kubota's honor to be out here at such a great event, being one of the tier sponsors. So thank you so much for having us out at the event. But actually, it's a special year. I know it's 20 years for you guys, but it's 50 years for Kubota. It's our 50th anniversary here doing business in the U.S. this year.
Well, wait a minute. That means we're going to have to share a party. I mean, someone out there, get the cake ready. We're going to be sharing a cake when this is all said and done. Now, Kubota, that's awesome. Congratulations on 50 years. Yep, we're on our 20th for this masonry event, the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500. Now, we're leaning up against a pretty amazing machine. Every man, woman, child would want one of these things. They're so versatile, a lot of different things. I want you to give me some of the ins and outs of what's going on. Let's start in the cab here, if you don't mind, Patrick.
Absolutely. So this is our KX 057-5, 5.7 metric tons, 5th generation. This excavator came out last year, launched last year in 2021, but it's that new generation -5. We've got an updated cab, ample space for that operator to get real comfortable, dual adjustable seat and console here, find that perfect operating position. And we've added a lot of technology to these cabs. We've got a new 7-inch LCD color display.
Wait, right here, I'd like to see this, because this 7-inch LCD display, now I've got a little tiny phone, and I know I have a hard time seeing anything on it. Now the data that appears on that screen looks like it's very visible to the operator. Plus he's got the leg room, all the easy controls. Are you sitting nice and comfortable up there?
Absolutely, super comfortable.
That's good. So we talked about some of the controls. Anything else you want to hit on the inside here?
Yeah, one of the great things about that 7-inch display is that you can see our dealer-installed rear-view camera as well as our dealer-installed keyless start. So continuing to add that technology and update these machines to be the very best they can in the industry.
My pickup truck doesn't even have a rear backup camera. You're telling me that this thing does?
Yeah, you need a Kubota.
Hey, I need a Kubota. Drive it down the highway. But compact. We're going to come back to that and where it is very useful in just a moment. Do you want to show me some other stuff about the front here?
Yeah, so we're going to move over to the dig end here. John, if you want to get us fired up. On the dig end here of this 5.7 metric ton machine, we've got our all-new pin grabber, coupler, bucket, and thumb combination. Our dealers, our customers have been asking for this type of pin grabber style bucket dig-in connection for our excavators. We're going to offer our 5 to 6 tons, so our U55 and KXO 57 excavators, as well as our largest 8-ton KXO 80 excavator. And those are going to be available Q1 2022.
Excellent. And now I think you told me the other day that pin grabber system, there's a lot of accessories that are out there on the market. A lot of owners of this type of equipment already have. Wait, Patrick,
Hey,
I'm sorry.
We've
got something going on here. What is this all about? I'm in the middle of something here, Tom.
Yeah, I know you're in the middle, but this is important too, because you see this puppy that I'm sitting in right here? We're going to be giving this away to our top craftsman. And in just a second, we're going to be talking to the guy who won it last year, and he's looking for number 5.
You know, you always want to interrupt me, trying to stage me up.
I would never do that.
All right, in this case, I will give you credit, because this is a beautiful piece of equipment. Now, this is a RAV X. Is that something simplified?
So we call it an RTV X1140. Couple unique features about this machine. Most popular utility diesel vehicle since 2004. Very, very well known, very, very solid reputation in the industry. And secondly is it's a 4-seater right now, but why it's really so handy is the second row of seats actually fold down and you can get an extended bed, haul your mix, bricks, all sorts of shovels, tools, anything you need in that extended bed.
Well, that's pretty amazing. And this is going to the craftsmanship winner. Now, we appreciate Kubota being on board, giving away an amazing prize like this.
It is.
But Tom, I'm not done talking shop here yet with Patrick.
I know. So we're going to go drive it back.
Go drive that back. Get that into position. Someone is taking that home.
I know.
And it's not you.
Driver,
It's not you.
to the winner's
Now,
circle, if you please.
let's get
we'll
back
see
to
you
talking
guys a little
shop
bit
now.
later.
He's always causing a stir,
Hey, if we got
trying to
room
get
for a
me
couple
off
of Las
balance,
Vegas
I tell ya.
showgirls in here?
Now, going back to this compact excavator. Can we see it again, the quick disconnect?
Absolutely. So we're actually already disconnected. Why don't we reconnect here and just show you how easy it is?
Okay, let's do that. I'll stand out a little way here.
So John's going to bring that pin grabber coupler back over to our pin-on bucket. Again, 5 to 6 ton and 8 ton excavators. This attachment combination will fit on the Kubota machines. But what's unique about this is because it's a pin-on style, other OEM competitor buckets, as long as it's a pin-on, it almost universally fits our pin grabber coupler. So even though you had a Bobcat or a Komatsu or a Caterpillar, you don't need to go out and buy all new attachments when you trade that in for a Kubota.
Got it. I appreciate it. Let's take a quick look here. Get in there. Zoom in on that real fast. While the camera gets that good angle, we're going to take a moment here. We're going to cut to a commercial break. Patrick, it's been awesome visiting with you. We're going to be speaking with Kubota throughout the next couple of days here. This afternoon, tomorrow, the big show. We're going to find out who takes home that machine. It's an awesome prize. Thank you, Kubota, for being on board, and thank you for giving us the information.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and good luck to all the competitors tomorrow. We'll be out there rooting for everybody, so good luck to all the competitors.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to come back here to the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 Demo Day in just a moment, but first, a quick word.
Good afternoon, Masonry friends and family. Thank you for coming on out here today to sunny Las Vegas. Today, Will Scott and I ran into stall number 12, our 4-time Craftsman Championship. And we're really excited to meet Darren here today. And Darren, thank you for coming on back. I heard you won 3 straight in a row. 3, the last 3 years, Best Craftsman Award. That is an amazing, amazing feat. So tell us a little about it.
Well, it's, you always like hearing your name called at the very end of this competition, and we're going to try to go for one more.
Well, Darren, I understand because I just heard your name on the Teletron a few minutes ago, and I was really excited. So Will and I seeked you out because we had to meet the 3-time in a row champ, and now our 4th time overall, and hopefully maybe we could get another one this year?
I'd love it. I'd like to have a pair of those orange Kubotas.
Ah, talking about the orange Kubota. Now, we got a lot about that.
Darren, we came over here because of the craftsmanship. That's the most important thing to our industry. It's what keeps it alive, right? So it's really fun for me to get past that and just hear what you have sitting at the garage in your house right now.
I have the sister to that one sitting up there, well, the one they've been driving around, actually. So it's another 1140 Kubota RTV.
Yeah, the RTV, right? Absolutely beautiful machine. Unbelievably well built, so we love having that around on the job sites when we see it. But what about you? What are you using on your? What are you using your Kubota for?
Mostly for fun and around the farm.
Speaking of fun around the farm, we heard you're not the only one that loves to ride it. Can you just tell us a brief story of who else enjoys it?
My son Nigel actually was my mud man last year, and he came in around Christmas, and he was actually the first one that drove the thing.
Oh, he took the honors from you. But that is absolutely wonderful that you guys are enjoying it as a family on top of that. Big thank you for coming over here and taking your time. We know you got a lot of work to do.
Thank you so much. And I want to have one last shout out about Darren. Darren is leaving right after the competition to see his son graduate from the U.S. Army in Texas. So thank you for his service.
Yes.
I'm glad he got to drive the first Kubota ride. And good luck, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
As Darren runs back to the wall to get the rest of his starter course built, for your viewing pleasure at home, we give you Stihl.
I don't know what it is, but I just love that guy. It's absolutely amazing, first of all, what's inside, but what's outside is just as cool. And James, thanks again so much for what you guys do. You guys have been such a great sponsor over the years. You really have.
Thank you so much. We're so proud to be back every year. 20th anniversary of this event. It's something we love. We love the attendees and love being part of this and back in person in Las Vegas. Happy to be back this year.
You know, this guy right here, Big Dave, our carver, was doing some bears last year for us, but he has definitely stepped up his game, and this is extremely cool what he is doing. That's our 20-year logo that you can see on the hat right there, and he's carving that. And Dave, that's actually going to the winner, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
And how long is this going to take you to do, man?
Well, I hope no longer than tomorrow at the end of the contest.
Well, this is absolutely awesome. Obviously using just amazing Stihl products. And James, that's some pretty intricate work that he's doing right there.
Dave is a true craftsman for sure, using our brand new MSA 300, the world's most powerful battery chainsaw, launching later this year. We're very proud about that. But that unit right there is going to end up in the back of that truck for the winner tomorrow. We're excited about that and happy to have Dave back here perfecting his craft.
All right, well, James, thanks again. I'm going to walk up on the trailer right there because I want to talk to Andrew Johnson. Follow me up, guys, because we want to talk about some amazing Stihl products and then also let Dan Hull do his thing, who has been with us so many years. Andrew, thank you so much for being with us once again. This is amazing. Why don't you talk a little bit about, you know, how Stihl brings innovation into the industry?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for having me out again. We enjoyed this 6 months ago. It seems like it was just yesterday, but you know, we're always, as a company, looking to be innovative and bring new products to our customers and help them make their jobs a little easier in the world. We've got some, you know, TS440 out here. We got the GS461, our TSA 230, which is the world's first battery-powered cutoff machine. The great news about that is you can use that indoors. There's no air filter to change out, and there's no maintenance with that. Dan's actually going to cut with our TS440. So this is the world's first cutoff machine that had a wheel brake with it. So that wheel brake, when a kickback occurs, will stop that wheel in fractions of a second.
Go ahead. Well, Dan, why don't you give us a test right there and see what's going on? Let's actually watch that in action, because Dan's been with us for years and years, and, you know, he is a master at his craft. Go ahead, Dan. You know, to quote Barbara Streisand, it cut like butter, like butter.
Yeah, that diamond wheel makes short work of those concrete blocks.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, if folks that are out here, they're watching, you got everybody surrounding the trailer right now, you know, how can they check out these products, demonstrate it? I mean, what are you doing here at the trailer where everybody can get their hands on and get a look-see?
Well, Dan's going to run some more demos, you know, not only today, but tomorrow. So we'll have the GS and the TSs out here cutting. We'll also have our indoor booth. We won't have any demos in there, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it's a good chance to stop by, look at some other products we offer, and of course, check out our website, stihlusa.com, for more info.
Well, I'd love Dan to cut something else. Dan, you in the mood? You want to cut something else for us? What do you got going on? No, you're good for now? Okay, that's all right. You never know. Once you get something in Dan's hand, man, he wants to cut it and just tear it up, which is awesome. Well, Andrew, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Everything that's going on there. Yes, that's a matter of fact, that's right. We have an anniversary video coming up, and I know Stihl is a part of it, along with our other wonderful sponsors. 20 years of the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500, all eyes on the big Jumbotron, celebrating 20 years.
If you guys look closely here, she's got her own custom-made Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 shirt.
Every one of them is working their butts off.
We are here at the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 National Competition. Get it done, boys and girls, get it done! Mike Bowl from Bowl Masonry. Garrett Hood. Can you tell everybody on the World Wide Web now, say, you know, you gotta watch us and everything? Are they watching you?
Doggone thing just works.
Tyke Mangum and Dan Hohmann is tender, the world's best bricklayer.
The top 10 things to do at the World of Concrete. And the number one thing, you're at it, folks. Here it is, right Bricklayer 500. Ray Robinson. Leaf Grace. Fred Campbell.
Oh yeah, I love this. This is awesome.
He is champion once again, Fred Campbell. Scott Tuttle. Matt Cash. David Chavez. This is absolutely awesome. Mario Alves and tender Michael Alves. The very first three-time winner, Mr. Fred Campbell.
Repeat champion in stall number 14, David Chavez from Ranch Masonry.
Welcome back to the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 Sponsor Demo Day. My name is Tom Clark, and standing to my right is a man who, well, let's put it to you this way. If it wasn't for him, we would not be having this competition with all the amazing brick that you have donated over the years. Mr. Brian Belden from Belden Brick. Brian, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Tom. It's generous. We're glad to be back. Yeah, great to be a part of this again.
You guys were all over the 20th anniversary video. You've been with us for so long now, and it's absolutely amazing. And, you know, a lot of people don't know what's going on, the state of the industry or everything, or what's happening, and they see the walls and everything. And then we see something as beautiful as this right here. This is the most amazing wall. I'm telling you, this is absolutely incredible. And you know, anybody, if they want, they can get their picture taken in front of this. We encourage it. We want to do it. Hashtag it Belden Brick. You know, but
I've been seeing people walking by taking pictures. It's been fun watching.
I got like 10 of my own already, so you know. But what goes into making something that's this incredible?
It's a lot of time. We're fortunate we've got some real nice craftsmen that do the sculptures for us. We've got about probably 120 hours of work invested into this wall, between forming the brick, taking the time to sculpt it out. We basically have a template that we work off of, and the ladies do a great job evening out the material. Then applying the glaze colors also is certainly a part of that effort. So it's a lot of time and energy, but it comes up great, and it's a beautiful wall. And a lot of things that we like to do, and glazing is certainly something that's growing to be a part of our business.
You know, the Belden Brick, I mean, first of all, I need to know, you know, I've never asked you this question, I don't think, but there are stacks and stacks and stacks of brick out there. How much brick is actually used for the competition from Belden?
Here in Las Vegas, we've probably got about 45,000 brick, I think, between all the participants and then also the demos and things like that. So, and then we have some of the regional qualifiers that we donate to as well, so we're happy to be a part of that. So overall, we've probably close to 80,000 brick throughout the year for this event.
You definitely travel with us everywhere we go, and we are grateful for you being such an amazing sponsor. Now, Belden Brick is actually looking for, you know, different styles and different types of brick.
Right.
Why don't you talk a little bit about that so people know what's going on in the industry and why Belden Brick is the place to go to get your brick?
Sure. So obviously tastes change as time goes on. People have different things that they're looking for, different colors, sizes of brick, and so forth. So we're always doing R&D, trying to come up with new finishes, so to speak. So a lot of the popular colors nowadays are white brick, black brick, gray brick, things that have variation in color. So different sizes are coming into style. Sort of that linear look again is getting to be popular in different construction, not just residential, but commercial construction also. So we're always trying to adapt to the market and what the market demands are. And that's a lot of things that we work on at home. And it takes time to develop a product like that. You know, we can't just flip a switch and have it come out and be what it wants to be. So a lot of R&D goes into investing different colors and so forth.
But, you know, that's the beauty of what you guys do. You're not just stick with a brick. I mean, you guys really do expand that from one side of the spectrum to the other. And I think that's what makes Belden Brick so popular and so amazing for all the customers, no matter what, whether it's a corporate building or whether it's a residential type place. You know, there is something for everybody. And then beyond that reach, you know, getting something artistic like this. So Belden really does cover all the bases.
Right, so that's our niche. We're trying to fit that quality side of the material. We want to provide a product that a customer expects to get. They would like the look of it, and it's going to be consistent for the mason to lay in the wall so they can make their job easier.
Now, we had talked briefly about promoting clay masonry as well.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're just trying to find ways to get brick in the forefront of people's minds again when it comes to construction, whether it's residential or commercial. Obviously, we all believe that this product is the best thing for building construction. You know, a brick and block wall is something that's going to stand the test of time. So we work with companies or agencies like the Brick Industry Association, the NCCER, IMI, and so forth to try to help promote the material. We need more people. This event is fantastic. You know, we're proud to be a part of this thing, and Spec Mix does such a great job of recruiting people and putting our name out in front of everybody in the industry, but we got to make it grow. We got to keep showing everybody we provide a quality product, and it's the best thing that's going to last a lifetime.
Well, you know, it is. Belden Brick is the best quality, and I think these masons that are out there learning their trade, now these guys are going to be handing it down to their kids, and they're going to be telling them, hey, I use Belden Brick. That's the best brick. And that's what it's all about. Promoting that trade, making sure they use the best materials. And, you know, we're so grateful. 20 years, Man, I've been out here a long time. You
Yeah.
guys have been out here a long time.
It was
it's so
great. I was just talking to one of the teams, and the father and the son are out there. They're third generation.
There you go.
You know, we're kind of the same way in our company, being many generations wide. So it's great to see that. We need to keep it going.
You got it. If anybody has any questions, please. The guy in the Belden jacket right there, which is the same color as the logo. Stop Brian. You can call him, say, Brian. Tom said I could call you Brian. He will tell you anything you need to know about Belden Brick. Brian,
I'll do the best I can, Tom.
I'm crossing in front of the camera
Yeah,
here,
no
but
problem.
without you, man, we're just not going to make it.
Yeah,
So
glad
thank
to be
you.
back. Thank you, Spec Mix, for everything. This is a great event. Love to be here.
You got it, man. Now, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to pretend I just hit a home run over the wall because right behind
go.
me is my partner in crime, Sean O'Malley. He's got an incredible Spec Mix demo going on behind there. So I'm going to pass it over. Can you get that?
All right. There's a lot of cool stuff going on over here. I am at our Spec Mix XP500 booth right now, and we're doing some live demos. I'm over here with the Fond du Lac Natural Stone Veneer Group. They're really helping us out at this XP500 booth. We've got a huge demo that's going on. They're over here setting some ledge stone that we're going to get into the details on in just a moment. But if you take a look at this, it's blue. Now we got some couple of different systems going on to make this work and make this magic happen. But before we get to the detailed components, I want to bring Brett and Joe, Fond du Lac Natural Stone Veneers. Appreciate you guys being here. You are the national sales and marketing team. Now, you've got all the ins and outs here, and you're going to walk us through some of these nuances to show what it takes to properly install this type of stone paneling system. Brett, thanks for being here. What do you got for me?
You bet. Well, today we're doing natural stone veneers, Virginia ledgestone panels, okay? We've had Virginia ledgestone for years, and one of the bigger complaints was it took a long time because it was individual pieces. So what we've done now to be a little more innovative is we put a mesh on the back where it'll actually cover 1 square foot. Now these guys can make a lot more time. It's actually about, once you've got your wall prepped and ready to go, about 4 times faster laying it in a panel.
I got to stop you there. You're telling me 4 times faster. I mean, that's not a small jump. No. You're talking leaps and bounds. If someone's able to do 100 square foot in a day, now they're going to 400 square foot in a day, that is pretty amazing. But I want to show this one little piece. So, Brett, is this right? This is something historically that they would be installing one at a time?
Correct. Correct. When you're installing it like that, you're getting 30 to 40 square feet per day, 8-10-hour day. Now we're bundling these all together, so you put one piece up and you've covered 1 square foot. It increases the speed dramatically.
Well, you guys have done your homework. You've found that this mesh system will keep it together, increasing the efficiency, like you said, 4-fold, and also do a better quality job?
For sure. One thing nice about on this mesh, once it's laid, you can actually move it. Some of the other panel systems out there are rigid. All the pieces are glued together and they're tight. You make that little move and it's off. It's going to be off the rest of the wall. By doing with a mesh, we can move these pieces on the wall after it's laid, allowing you to keep a straight line the whole way up the wall.
Well, make a believer of me. Now, Joe, you've been over here. You've been doing all the hard work. National salesman over here, Brett. He's taking it easy. He's nice and clean. Sure. You've been getting dirty today. Looks like you're a little heated up here in the Las Vegas weather.
I don't do this every day. My thighs are a little bit like logs right now, getting up off the ground, so I won't lie to you about that. But, you know, tomorrow will be an easy day. Once you get up off the ground, you know, you can really start to fly with these panels.
Well, this is a Virginia ledgestone panel, and you're going to show us how that efficiency works. You're using this with Spec Mix XP500, which is a thin veneer adhesion mortar.
Yes.
Is there some reason you use this versus a regular mortar?
For sure. We've been recommending a mortar that meets this type of quality, the ANSI code, just because it's a dry stack installation, so there's no mortar joint protection from rain and things like that. So the air barrier system helps with that, but then this type of mortar, you're not going to tear it off the wall. If you're going over cement board, the cement board's coming off too. We know how strong it is.
Yes, we do. And I got to say, this mortar, the Spec Mix XP500 thin veneer adhesion mortar, it is a super glue of mortars. You've seen thin set mortars in tile industries before. This is for masonry. internal, external. It is the answer for a lot of different situations, this being one of them, setting ledge stone. We're actually installing this over Hohmann Barnard's Enviro Barrier, which is their air and water barrier system. We're sticking that XP 500 right to the back of the unit. Joe's gonna show us how it actually installs.
Like buttering 100% of the back of the stone. And like Brett said, this type of system with the panels, you just can really make up some time. So that's what it's all about.
You got a full butter on the back of that. I'm gonna get out of your way and let you actually get that adhered into place. Let's zoom in on this. This is 1 square foot at a time, Brett, is that right? Okay, that's how you make money. Chop. That's fantastic. Now he's able to manipulate each individual one. He's gonna put some compression on each individual one, and he's gonna get them lined up just perfect. But he's still being super fast, and the quality's there. He's got all the components that he needs for a successful system. Now there's one more thing, Joe, I wanna hit on. Yes. This panel system, normally, you've got to clean up and face the edges. You guys have come up with a solution for that to keep that efficiency high. What is it?
What do you mean face the edges?
How did they turn the corner?
Oh, that way, I gotcha. So these stack like Lincoln logs on the corners. So if you look at this, the panels come together and overlap each other. So you've got a nice finish edge going all the way up from the bottom of the corner. So it just, you're not seeing any sawed marks or anything like that. It's just natural. And
I've laid a couple of stone in my days, and I used to use a hammer, and I would grab my stone and I would actually try to dress it up, make it look like something. It never looked great. In this case, it's the manufacturer is taking care of it, and you're shipping it out to the customer, ready to go, pre-faced. They can always use something like your king cutter if they wanted to, a couple of taps with the hammer, bam.
Cutters where we needed some small broken pieces to give you a nice clean edge there. The other thing with this system, you see the little yellow pegs in the wall. You need to shim them once in a while, and that helps. You just come back the next day and pull them out. But yeah, this is a lickety-split system. The king cutter, not so much with this type of wall, but when you're laying other types of stone, that is a great tool to have.
No, it looks like you guys got it dialed in. You've been demonstrating this to a lot of people. Appreciate, Joe, you being here. Brett, Fond du Lac, natural stone veneers, awesome system. Now, Tom is over here, and he's gonna kind of get away from the stone panel system. I'm gonna make a toss to Tom, because I think he's gonna introduce us to a different style event. Now, I'm gonna toss it over. Tom, here it comes, buddy.
Hey, good throw.
Oh, fumble.
Sorry, look at that. I already injured my finger, so no, hey, I'm hanging out here with Jim Patches. We're over here at the Beat the Bricklayer, which is really cool. Now, anybody can do this if they want. There's $500 on the line tomorrow at 1 o'clock, the finals, if you want to get into this. Now, Jim, you're sitting here behind the Spec Mix area, and you got your own little stalls over here. Tell everybody how this works and how they can sign up to get it done.
Absolutely, Tom. So all they have to do is come over here, register, and they can come in and compete. And then the top 2 winners are going to compete tomorrow in the major competition over here for $500.
Okay, now what have you got so far? What are some of the numbers, and what are some of the people that have been over here?
So we've seen a range of numbers, Tom. We've got some guys that have been down to 11. We've got all the way up to 43, which is our top bricklayer so far.
That's pretty good right there. That's awesome. I understand you had a mud princess?
So, it was pretty interesting. You know, I met a mud princess from Texas, and I met a brick queen from Texas.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay, we're not going to go there. But this is not a mud princess or a brick queen. This is Santana, from what I understood. Now, Santana, you just got done. Your wall is behind those guys over there.
Yeah.
Santana, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty good, you know, for my age, and I ain't laid brick for a while.
You're young looking, man. I'm telling you, you look like you're in pretty darn good shape, too. I would not mess with you in a bar fight, that's for sure. What was your total brick count? Do you know?
22.
22, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now, who's over there to your right, Jim? Who do you got over there?
So this is Anthony Coffin from the Williamson Trade School out in Media, Pennsylvania, and he's out here helping us as well. And he decided he was going to compete here today, and that's his wall over here.
Now, I want to ask Pete, give him the microphone. I mean, what was it?
Anthony.
Anthony. Now, was Pete Zwolak, was he teaching you over there at Williamson?
Yeah, it was Pete Zwolak and Mr. Brichetti.
Okay, and Bichetti is actually in the competition. So if you follow the rule of thumb there's a good possibility maybe we improve your bricklaying and you get out there like the Bichetti boys, right?
Hopefully one day.
I like that. Good. Well, good luck. And Jim, so I'll get everybody to come over and see you. 43 is the winner so far.
So far, 43. Last year was
Okay.
60, but we're looking for that 60. So come on out here, get a chance to compete. Come see us at the Masonry Pride over here at the Spec Mix booth, and come register and see us.
I like that. I'm going to throw it over in the middle of the arena right now to Will Scott. Will, you're going to give me an update on what's going on over there. And we're still not done yet. We've still got stuff to do. So don't go anywhere. Will, what you got over there, my friend?
Well,
Try it again.
well, Tom.
Well, Tom, I'm over here with Ryan Coyne, and Ryan's actually going to show us a little bit about a starter wall. If you'll take a look down, if there's one thing we do know, this doesn't look like the wall we and Ryan laid, 10 years ago at one of these competitions, huh?
Not at all, Will, not at all. I was just admiring how straight this wall was, and 10 years ago, well, every regional, we tried to attempt to build a perfect starter wall, but we can never do it just like Phil from Pennsylvania is doing it.
Absolutely. I believe the Master Mason, Zach Guire out of Nashville, Tennessee said, quote, "It was so wavy, it made him seasick." So that's exactly what we're dealing with. But you want to kind of give us an idea of what the point of this is, Ryan?
Well, I got to tell you right now, the one thing that I'm noticing about Phil, he's looked at his layout area, and one thing, Phil, I'm going to bring you over here. We noticed that we have our face shell out, and we have our saw sticking out. So tell us why you did this, Phil.
Sure. As the asphalt ran out of level, went a little bit downhill, I laid the face shell, we'll say, out. Gave more surface area for the block to get height.
That is
Increase in height.
perfect. So you took and adapted and overcame a situation so you can make a nice level starter wall so you can have a perfect wall throughout the competition. Love it.
Sure, it's a whole lot easier to start, take your time and start with a perfect layout course than it is to struggle with an imperfect layout course.
Well, I love your strategy, Phil. I can't wait to see how you do at this competition. Wonderful starter wall. Maybe next year you could teach Will and I how to do this.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Well, we'll see you out there a little early. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Phil Bichetti. Really appreciate him taking the time to do this. We've seen a million starter walls, but I believe this is a new one we've seen in this competition. So really neat to see something different in the different strategies these guys use. So thank you so much for your time, Phil. I think it's time for us to get paid. So courtesy of H&B, Hohmann Barnard, and Prism.
The Spec Mix D2W Workhorse Continuous Mixing System, the mobile mixing station that increases your efficiency by allowing you to mix where you work. The compact, lightweight design of the Workhorse makes it the go-to system for any residential or commercial project. Its mobility makes it ideal for job sites with space limitations, rough terrain, and sprawling projects that put your workforce on the move. And for high-rise construction, as the building goes vertical, the Workhorse easily moves floor to floor with your crew. Mortar, core-filled grout, stucco, and concrete. The D2W Workhorse is engineered to thoroughly mix materials to meet specification with minimal setup and labor. It's the low-dust, zero-waste system that continuously produces a high-quality mix. Running on standard 120-volt power, simply plug the Workhorse into an outlet, connect it to a water source, or pump from a tank. Then flip the switch, dial in the desired water ratio, and start breaking 80-pound bags of Spec Mix into the hopper. The Workhorse will crank out over a yard of material in 1 hour. With the addition of a HEPA vacuum and the Spec Mix D2W Workhorse dust collection system, nuisance dust is a problem of the past. When mixing in confined areas where dust is a problem, the Spec Mix D2W Workhorse Dust Collection System is your perfect job site solution. Working indoor and outdoor, floor to floor, large projects or small, the D2W Workhorse is the system for high productivity and profitability. To learn more about the Spec Mix D2W Workhorse or other Spec Mix products and silo solutions, visit specmix.com.
Welcome back to the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 sponsorship demo day. I am over here with Eric Avila from Stabila, one of our groups that has been on board for so many years, has contributed so much to this event and many others. You guys have been around for a long time. It's not your first game show. You've been here, you're established. Tell me a little bit about the company, first things.
Absolutely. We've been in the industry since 1889. And all we do is precision measuring tools for building buildings, such as this mason level that I have here in my hand, and you guys are seeing out there in the showroom. We're built to withstand extreme, harsh working conditions.
Well, the Masons do have some of those extreme conditions once in a while, and you've built that quality level, and it's been proven time and time again.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we're first in the industry when it comes to the accuracy of our levels. And out there in the mason world, you know how important that is.
There is. I've owned a level or two that maybe a vial was busted up and I had to maybe only use one side of it. You don't get that with the Stabila level. These things are engineered and designed accurately, great quality product. But that's not just the only type of measurement tool that you have. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of that more sophisticated stuff. A traditional group like yourselves, you recognize that the industry needs help. Right, Eric?
Absolutely, man. And right here behind me, I have an LAR 160G green beam rotary laser. 2,000-foot working range. You can work in horizontal to establish your elevation, or you can even shift this laser right here into vertical position to establish your vertical control line 1,000 feet that way and 1,000 feet that way.
So, for example, on a major set like we've got here, which is over 450 foot long, we could just like that, set it up on one end, and get all our measurements dialed in just minutes, right?
Absolutely. It comes kitted with this receiver. Therefore, you can actually use this receiver to identify your line, your vertical line, and you can do your markings. And you can go 1,000 feet in that direction and 1,000 feet in that direction. So that way you can establish that firm, precise, straight line.
Well, there must be a reason. Why the green machine? Why the green line? Is it easier to see? What's that about?
Absolutely. It is designed for interior and exterior work. Obviously in the exterior, these are your eyes on the job site. So highly visible green beam rotary laser, built to withstand the harsh conditions, IP65 certified, meaning it can withstand the rain, dust. You can wash this, scrub off the concrete, etc. It's gonna build to withstand at the job site. the IP67 receiver. You can submerge it in water, falls in a bucket of water, you bring it out, it works just as new.
Hey, that might be something really good for me. I've dropped my phone into a bucket or other places a few times. Anyway, going past that, that's a great laser there. Building up the trades. Now, I heard something earlier that really caught my attention. My first Stabila. What is this program all about?
Well, my first Stabila, I mean, obviously we have an embedded program in the masonry industry. Come get your first My Stabila level, right? So you can actually go from the apprentice level all the way to the, you could say young professional level out here in the Super Bowl, BRICKLAYER 500.
That's awesome. So now it's out there. My first Stabila, remember it. Now, you guys are a group that likes to have some fun. I mean, we're in Las Vegas. You like to have fun, right, Eric?
Absolutely, man. We're about to have some fun over here.
All right. Now, in years past, if you remember, we've done something called the Stabila Chin-Up Challenge. Working those biceps and doing as many chin-ups as possible. You guys have elected to switch it up this year. We're still going to be using your Stabila levels, demonstrating how strong they are, but we might have ourselves a little head-to-head competition. What do you think?
I hope you're ready, man.
All right. We're going to swing around here just a little bit. Eric and I are going to get into a head-to-head Stabila Hang Tough Challenge. Now, I'm going to need some assistance with this one here. I need... Can you come over here? I'd like you to hold the microphone for me. Yeah, you're going to hold the microphone. You're going to do this while Eric and I go head-to-head. And this is how we are finishing out the interview. And I tell you, if we stay up here for 5-10 minutes, then we're going to have to quit early. But let's get going here. Hold this up. Now, all right. The Stabila challenge is to hang as long as you can. You don't have to dip. You just got to hang as long as you can. And you're going to be doing this all day tomorrow. And it ends at 1 o'clock when you guys are going to give away a prize of what? A 6-set? What's that called? The 78?
The 78 complete.
Hey, I see his arms shaking already. Eric, you're giving up. Come on, come on.
Oh, man.
All right. All right, I'm giving in on this one. Eric, good job. I'm declaring you the victor. This time I'm going to practice a little bit more. Whew, I'm going to catch my breath, and in doing so, I think we got Tom that is over with our friends at Hohmann Barnard. We saw their Enviro barrier up on one of our demos earlier. Tom's going to get more in depth. Tom, what do you got going for us?
Well, actually, I want to welcome you to Bedtime Stories with Hohmann Barnard. Hi, I'm your host, Tom Clark. Once upon a time, there was a barrier. It was not a good barrier. They needed a hero. Somebody to make that barrier a better barrier. So they called on Hohmann and Barnard. Hohmann and Barnard, the barrier that saved the barrier reefs. I don't think that's right. I better get into the demo here because the bedtime story is not working. I'm here with Jeremy from Hohmann and Barnard. Jeremy, thanks so much. You guys have been such a great sponsor over the years. And, you know, you guys, once again, have some amazing things that you're going to demo here today. And we got 3 different people. We've got Jeremy, we got Clint, we got Casey. We're going to start with you first. Why don't you take us through what you got going here, and then we'll get the other guys involved as well.
Absolutely. So, fully customized, engineered solutions from Hohmann and Barnard. What you're looking at right here is what we refer to as a thermal brick support. Engineering studies have shown that you can lose anywhere between 40 and 60% of your overall R value by bolting a shelf angle back to the backup structure. So by creating this engineered bracketry, we actually can hang the shelf angle forward from the wall, allowing you a space behind to insulate more continuously. But a very simple system, so not something that's got to be hoisted in place. 1 or 2 guys can set these brackets in, set the angles in, and run with them.
Can I sit on that? Can I sit on that?
Absolutely.
Okay?
You can sit on that. You can stand on that. You can do whatever you like.
I can stand on it? All right, I want to stand on it then. I want to see. All right, you keep talking. You go ahead. I'm good.
Also from the Engineered Services Department at Hohmann and Barnard are these concealed lintel systems. So, you know, fully engineered, fully fabricated systems, a series of spines, plates, rods, conform to any shape. Can be, you know, a Gothic arch like this, or even just a soldier course opening.
You know, Jeremy, I wanted to talk to you. I mean, they mentioned earlier, there's a freezer back here with some block that's below 0.
That's correct.
And this is something you can actually apply in ridiculously low temperatures. temperatures,
so,
and it works.
So my friend Clint over here is actually going to show you that.
He is not.
He is.
Okay.
This is happening. So silicone air barrier can be applied to and adhere to a block, as you see here. That's at -6 degrees right now.
All right, let's do that. I'm going to bring it over there. I know we're going to go to Casey, but I'm going to go to Clint next. Clint, talk to me about what's going on. First of all, let's see the temperature on that. I
Yeah,
wanna see
so
that.
we've been freezing this all day.
-7.4. I'm looking at it. I know we can't get the camera in there, but okay, that's a little cold.
Yep.
So
Yep,
now,
so
what
what we're
exactly
gonna
are
do-
you going to do to apply that and get it to stick? Here, I'm going to hold this for you. Go ahead. Talk to me while you're doing it.
Nothing really special. I mean, we're just going to roll it on like we normally would in any type of field condition. We're going to rely on this high-performance product to adhere to this frozen block. Nothing too crazy.
And that's going right on there with no issue. It's
Going
not
right on,
curdling
yeah.
up. It's
Nope.
not peeling off whatsoever. That's pretty amazing right there.
Yeah, this is, like I said, a very high-performing product we're excited to bring to the market. So
Honestly, global warming, maybe we can save the day here with Hohmann and Barnard.
I like it.
I think we
Let's
can
do
do
it.
that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that is amazing. I can honestly tell you right now, I looked at the temp. It was -7.4. I thought that was amazing.
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right. And they can come over here and they can check the temperature for themselves. So no, I'm not kidding.
We can rerun it if you want to.
I trust you. Can we do it with the camera? Can we kind of? Okay, let's go it that way. See if we can get the camera down there and see it and see what the temp is at. Look at that.
So it's
Can you get
warmed up just a little bit, but
Yeah.
we're still at -6.2.
Yeah, -6.2. Let me get my bikini on. I'll get tan. Thank you, Clint. We appreciate it. Now we're going to roll over here to Casey. Casey, you're our final hit over here at Hohmann and Barnard. What are we going to see from you, my friend?
Today we're talking about our lightning flash through wall flashing. This is our latest and greatest flashing. This can be applied at 0 to 150 degrees. This will save your contractor time and money. This product does not require a primer. Most traditional through wall flashings do. So also does not require a turn bar. No turn bar needs to be applied. No screws need to be put into the wall. This is everything that you need for a flashing. We've partnered with 3M for the adhesive technology. This stuff is extremely sticky, probably our stickiest product we have on the market.
That's amazing. Guys, everybody come on in here. I want to introduce you to them all again. Jeremy, come here, buddy. Where'd he go? Where's Jeremy? Come on in here. I want you guys to come over to the Hohmann and Barnard booth, talk to Jeremy, Clint, and Casey. They will show you how cold that block gets and just how amazing these products over here. Guys, thanks so much for being a great sponsor over the years. We really appreciate it very much. Thank you for being a part of it. All right, I'm going to throw it over to, where am I going now? Sean O'Malley again. Is it Hilti? Our new sponsor, Hilti. We love these guys. Hilti is it.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, Tom. Hohmann and Barnard, that was a great exercise. Love hearing about some of that stuff. Wish I could have been there myself. But yes, I am over here with Matt Jackson from Hilti, another group that's just been in the industry forever. Now, Matt, thanks for being here today, being part of the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 and the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 Demo Day. Tell us a little bit about Hilti. What got you guys started in over 40,000 employees worldwide?
About 40,000 employees worldwide. We actually also employ 4,000 North Americans here between the U.S. and Canada. So we have an 80-year history in the power tool business, and we're grateful to talk. We're grateful to have an opportunity to look at some of really cool innovations for everyone at World of Concrete. And so what we wanted to highlight at this booth is what we can do for masons. And so one of my colleagues here, Robert Chetlet's going to help us demonstrate some really cool innovation. Something we want to talk about.
I had heard earlier, maybe there was some test driving going on. I mean, masons, they like things that are loud, whether that's their sports cars, their tools. Now you guys got some loud things that are over here, and we're going to demonstrate that in just a little bit. But there's a lot more than I would have ever imagined that goes into all the different technology in your drills, in your saws and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking data exchanges and all these features and benefits that I would have never have associated with a power tool. Can you tell us about some of those?
Just a little bit. So one of the things that comes with cordless tools is we expect that we have a good tool, we put a battery in it and go. What Hilti's brought to the game and brought to the Masons community is we're bringing new performance levels that we've never seen before, all on 22 volts. So you're going to see best-in-class performance that you would normally get out of a gas engine, out of a corded tool, through this battery platform. We're able, through a braided copper wire configuration on our battery, that we can pull 100 amps into these tools.
And is that comparable to your competition? I mean, 100 amps, is that normal? Is it a lot? Is it a little? I'm not that much of an amp geek where I know that those electrical amperages, but how does that stack up to your competition?
To the best of our knowledge, no one's able to do that today on 22 volts.
Oh, that is awesome stuff there. Any other features and benefits you want to talk about?
There's 3 other things that are really important. So you get all this performance, but you get it all on one platform. So there's some batteries behind you. There's 4 batteries that enable this entire platform to work. So with this, from a compact battery to a high power, high performance battery, our 255, you can run all of our tools. You don't have to mix different battery platforms to make this work.
Yep.
Now,
so they'll just have one charging port, and they can use this in many different tools that are out on the job site, because we know that one tool doesn't solve everything. They got to have multiple tools, but you've made it easier because now it's interchangeable batteries. You charge one and go with as many as you can.
And right now, on top of that, anyone that's using these batteries, the moment that they charge it, it'll send a signal back up. So all the information that these tools perform, the battery stores it all, puts it up in the cloud, and our contractors can see where my tools last used.
This is what got me, folks. Did you hear that? This is sending information to the cloud for a power tool. Yeah, something I would never have thought of in my life. That's really cool. So they're able to analyze this data and see how it's working for them best, right?
Exactly. There's no apps required to be able to enable this. You just charge the battery.
Thankfully, because all I can do is hit the download button on the app. I can't do much more with it. I do appreciate it. We're going to take a quick look at here at a demo here. Now, Robert, you want to crank up something for us here? We're going to make a quick cut. We want to hear some noise. Now, Robert, run this quick cutoff saw, 12-inch blade, the DSH 622 platform. Crank it up. Let's see what it can do. Now this, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a dustless system. He's just keyed on his water, and you see now no dust is going.
Battery powered, feeds the water to the saw, making a dustless system and OSHA compliant.
That is awesome. Robert, appreciate that demo. All right, now we are going to be tossing over to commercial right now. We're going to hear a few words. We're going to come back, and we'll be right back with you at the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 Demo Day.
Richard Karn here. You know, whether you're a concrete finisher, a mason working on a project like this, or just a weekend warrior like me, you know that laying concrete is a messy job. Having the right equipment is important. For me, it means having the right footwear. Iron Age Immortalizer boots are built tough for the job. They are made with lime-resistant, full-grain leather, perfect for masons. And with the Immortalizer, you can just say no to crack. They are built to stand up to harsh conditions and chemicals, resisting cracks in the leather. Now, at the end of the day, the special muckraker tool removes all the gunk from the outsoles. Look at that. And speaking of tough jobs, it will even help you crack open a beer. So, check them out. Find a retailer near you. at ironagefootwear.com.
Are you looking for workwear that's tough, functional, and comfortable? Well, it's here. Introducing BRICKLAYER workwear. We've been designing and manufacturing workwear built for the trades since 1959. We believe workwear should be more than just ordinary pants and jackets. Workwear should be a tool. Our gear helps you stay protected, look professional, and get more done. It's time to join the revolution. Welcome to the future of workwear.
Well, we've seen a lot here today, a lot of work, a lot of demos, this wonderful setup the last 5 days. And what made it really comfortable for me, and I know for sure about you, is our BRICKLAYER pants.
No question, Ryan.
I gotta tell you, the versatile, they're really comfortable, especially these cool days here in Vegas, and even in the last 6 months ago, we were out here in 95 degrees. They were the greatest pair of pants I've ever worn.
Yeah, breathable. That was the big key in June, no question. In fact, not only that, but they're definitely contractor approved. I'm going to wave Mr. Michael out of Wisconsin in. Michael, we saw you over here. You looked incredibly comfortable doing all the squatting right beside the wall. Where'd those pants come from? Is that a giveaway from last year? Is this an online purchase? Tell us something.
Well, these I purchased online probably, well, the first pair about 5 years ago. They're definitely tough, lightweight.
Oh, no question. For me, we use it at the job site, pouring concrete, some of the masonry. I even ride motorcycles in it. I like the way the rain comes right off of it. Well, truth be told, I fancy myself a bit of a cowboy. Sure. So often I get jeans that are just a little too tight, you know. So I actually ordered the ones with the pockets on the outside. That way I could slip my phone in there and still wear something, you know, real fitted.
Well, I got a question for you. Since we got 3 different pairs, which pair is the better pair?
We'll have to let the crowd vote. If you are watching online, I need you to get in the comment section and let us know who wore it best.
I say we go to C, all.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah.
All BRICKLAYER pants, no matter what style you have or color, are the best. Now, real quick, I want to mention one thing. We saw a commercial, Iron Age boots.
That's
Looks
right.
like I'm the cool one in the group.
You are. Let's see what I've got going on here. Not Iron Age. Goodness gracious, look at the way the heel is blowing out on the corner of these.
Well, good gracious, Will. I don't know about you, but folks, go get yourself a pair of Iron Age along with some BRICKLAYER pants. Get online. Go see our friends and folks at the BRICKLAYER tent. They're a great sponsor. We'd love to have them. All our masons and tenders will be wearing a pair today.
Absolutely,
No,
they
tomorrow.
will. Yep. Speaking of going and seeing them at the tent, I believe we have Tom over there right now. Tom?
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And I'm not sure who wore it best, but y'all look pretty good. I'm here with CJ Miller from BRICKLAYER, and I have to tell you how tough these pants are. Now, CJ, this is a true story. We went out one night, and we went to the axe throwing thing, you know, where you throw the axe out. I took an axe off the thigh. I was wearing my BRICKLAYERs. It just ricocheted. It was the most amazing thing.
It's the power of Cordura right there.
It is the power of Cordura. Is that like Ricardo Montalban when he's talking about the rich Corinthian leather?
I think it's something like that, but it's Swedish.
Okay, so talk to me, man. These guys, the pants are awesome. Once again, thank you for being such a great sponsor. You know, we're always wearing top-notch BRICKLAYER goods, man. I'll tell you what, when you got stuff like this, it's amazing. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, but it's tough as all get out. Let's talk BRICKLAYER.
Yeah, for sure. So BRICKLAYER is founded on 4 really key cornerstones: quality, durability, design, and sustainability. So we want to incorporate all of that into each product that we make. So we have durability with 12-ounce cotton, Cordura reinforcements. We have a lifetime guarantee on our seams. All of our stuff is built to last, but it's also built to function, right? So that's kind of what makes us unique. We do have a booth here. I mean, we're excited to be part of Spec Mix. It's a great opportunity for us to show how our product works and how it actually brings value to the craftsman.
Every single mason that is out there and tender love these pants.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you know, they get a pair each year when they come in.
Yeah.
But when they walk in, they're already wearing the BRICKLAYER. They're wearing, it's like, no, these are my lucky pants. These are my BRICKLAYERs from last year.
From years before.
They love
yeah.
them, man.
Yeah.
They last so long. And we have tried, here, let's just show.
guys. Hey,
we have
guys.
the-
Hey, guys.
we always
Hey,
have the big
Tom.
pants pull where we try
Yeah.
and do this, and we have the big guys try to do that. Oh, well, hang on, what's going
Hold
on?
on.
And they never
Tom.
can. Hang on, my partner Sean O'Malley is here. What's up?
No, we've been running all day, racing from booth to booth to
Right,
booth.
right.
We got a lot of bases to
Okay,
cover.
yeah,
and I
keep
tell you,
going.
I've got my
Okay.
block ladder pants on, and they
Right.
are so comfy. But my belt, I mean, I had to actually go and put a knife through it to get a new notch. I need a new belt. They're
Oh,
coming
boy.
down. CJ, can you hook me up with
You know,
something?
So
I mean-
I really think you should try this one. I think you're gonna like it. It's a lot.
Why don't we just
it's
do
gonna
a
be lot better
commercial?
than that.
If your pants are falling down, if you're having an issue when you're laying a brick wall, I recommend the BRICKLAYER belt. There are some belts across the United States that can hold up your pants, but can they do it with sustainability and durability?
And-
no, those are called lackluster belts. These are BRICKLAYER.
Don't forget the style. Hey, guys, get back to that pants pull. I'm going to go fix my block ladder pants. I appreciate it.
CJ, I want to shake your hand. You guys have been so good to us over the years, man. I really do appreciate it so much. It's awesome.
welcome.
What's the booth number? Where can they go see you inside?
West Hall 347 is our booth. Go check it out.
West Hall 347. I'll tell you what you need to check out. This is a wicked awesome hoodie right here. BRICKLAYER's got some just ridiculously.
So, Will, we're behind the scenes of all the action for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. We are here. This is the action.
Yes,
Takes
sir,
place.
the mixing station. In fact, typically what you'll see is about 15 to 20 guys humming around as fast as they can, running these beautiful multi-quip mixers and these PA 4000s from Spec Mix. Really makes the job easy.
Well, we really do miss Raleigh Cox from Multi-Quip, but Raleigh gave us a lot of education, and we're so glad he's a part of our team, and having his equipment here today is absolutely amazing. Without Raleigh, we couldn't do it. Without Multi-Quip, we couldn't have our mortar. So I want to talk to you about two different styles. Our Pro 12. Do you know what the 12 stands for, Will?
What does the 12 stand for, Ryan?
I believe it stands for 12 cubic feet. That's how much mortar it can make.
Well, then I'm going to take a wild guess and say if we're headed over here to the 22?
No, sir. That would be a Pro 20.
Oh, 20. Goodness gracious. That's a lot of mud coming out of one mixer. Ryan, these are absolutely beautiful machines. Fantastic coloring. We love the orange color they bring out. It's so much fun to have them. The iconic color since 1923. So
Yeah,
really,
that is
really
correct.
neat to have them as a
1923.
sponsor.
Hey, Will,
Absolutely.
I want to mention one thing about Multi-Quip is our 50 mud tubs for today's competition. Holds not just one, not but two, but yes, 10 cubic feet of wet mud.
That's right. Really, really nice of them to be involved in this. They've been involved for a very long time, helping us out in all these regionals and helping us out at this national event. Really, really great sponsors. Speaking of really great sponsors, how about one that's been with us since the very beginning? Is it Tom? Are you over there with Kim from Marshalltown?
I really am, and you know what? This is kind of special because it all started with our very first sponsor, Marshalltown. You guys really kicked it off, and it's absolutely amazing, Kim. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're proud to be part of this event. Puts a spotlight on masonry. We need that these days, you know, to promote the trade. Very happy to be part of it.
Well, tell us a little bit about Marshalltown. I mean, we've got so many different things here. You give so much to, you know, our bricklayers. We're at the regionals. We're getting things from you guys. You really are very generous in all that you do for us.
You know, this day and those events put a spotlight on masonry, and I think showing younger people that will spark might light a fire, anything we can do to light a fire, showing that we're treating these masons like the rock stars they are.
Yeah. And you guys work with a lot of training programs too, don't you?
We do. Several throughout the United States. We also work with many workforce development coordinators.
Okay.
We try to help them get tools in their schools. We know they're working with a limited budget, so we can usually work something out.
And that's actually a program you guys have. It's called Tools for Schools to help them out that way.
Tools for Schools is a program that allows the school to buy direct from us at a budget-friendly price, and it gets that quality tool in the hands of the student. And for workforce development coordinators, trying to get programs started, it helps them with, hey, we can get some tools in here and get a program started at a reasonable budget for you. So,
speaking of tools, while I'm doing this, I'm going to do something else, but I need somebody to hand me a Marshalltown trowel because there's something that we need. Brian Carney, I need a Marshalltown trowel.
I got one,
And
I got
wait
one.
a minute, Kim has one in the magic bag? Aha! I knew she would have one. I was just doing that as a joke. Okay, now, somebody told me that I need to ask you about the 7 parts of the Marshalltown trowel. Now, I don't know all of them. I am not a mason. I've learned some over the years. But, okay, what have we got first?
Okay, so they're forged from one piece of steel.
Okay.
This increases the durability and flexibility of the tool.
Okay, this is like Superman steel. This is tough stuff.
Right.
Okay.
They're heat treated, which also adds additional strength and gives them long-lasting performance.
Okay.
Okay. They're taper ground for balance.
Okay.
And the handle, this particular handle is Durasoft.
Nice.
So it's a nice comfort grip.
It does. It feels
ergonomical.
Good. It feels real
Yep,
good. I like
yep.
it. It does
helps
feel nice
reduce
and balanced,
fatigue.
too.
Yep.
I can butter a brick with this one. What else we got?
The bumper is used for tamping the brick and block. Yep. And it's virtually indestructible.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And then what else?
It has a finger guard.
Is that what this is right here?
It sure is.
Okay.
Good
Finger
place
guard.
to rest your finger.
Okay.
And it helps prevent the cold from transferring from the blade to your finger when you're working on a cool day.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah.
perfect. All right. And then what else?
And it's got a consistent lift. So like if you set it flat,
Okay.
set it flat on the, okay. So you're gonna get a consistent angle of the blade in relation to the handle. So that what this means is when you go to the store
Right.
to buy a new one, you're gonna get the same tool every time. So you're not gonna have to try to pick through 5, 10 trowels and get the feel that you like. Ours feel the same every time.
That's awesome. What else have
Yep,
you got here?
yep.
And then I want to do the books real quick. I know we have some cool stuff here. What do we got? Some
Okay,
giveaways?
so all the mason and tenders
Right.
get this bag full of goodies.
Okay.
It's got the brick trowel.
All right.
It's got joiner, mason
Got it.
line block,
And the cool hat
this
that I'm
awesome
wearing.
Marshalltown hat,
It is. This is a cool hat. I love
and
the way it
the
fits.
brick trowel.
That is awesome.
Okay.
And, you guys have got some books here. Let's hold these up there so they can see them. These are really nice. Tell us about these books.
This book is written by the president of the company, and illustrations were done by his daughter. He's very passionate about the trades in general, all
Right.
of them, and trying to get the interest of young people, and thought that this would be a good way to start them off young.
This is great. I love the illustrations on here are awesome. Something you can read to your kid. It's just fun. Kids like books. They like pictures and stuff like that, so it's awesome.
So we don't want to forget about the fan club that comes with all these guys.
You know what? We're calling them Masonry Madness Warriors now. So what have you got for the Warriors,
So
Kim?
we have got these awesome commemorative T-shirts.
Okay, let's hold this up here.
So
That
I'll
is
have
sweet.
these. I'll be tossing these into the crowd. If you're a lucky recipient, you're going to go home with one of these.
Oh,
you
I am
flip
so
it
gonna
around.
steal one of these. That's
it
awesome.
around.
Flip it around. Okay. There we go. We'll get it. We're coordinated there.
The 20th anniversary emblem also for Spec Mix.
Man, you guys just
Yeah.
you don't hold. Absolutely amazing.
So we've also got some bottle openers.
Oh, gotta have bottle openers. Okay, we got that.
And I'll be giving away some brick books to the kids.
That's
So.
awesome. You guys are the best. Kim, thank you so much for everything you do.
This is a great event, and we have to give a special thanks to Spec Mix for doing this year after year. They put in a lot of hard work to make this happen, and we're happy to be part of it.
Thank you so much. If you see Kim in the audience, just thank her because she was our very first sponsor. We're very grateful.
Yes.
Kim Haley with Marshalltown and Joe and Jack. It's absolutely amazing right there. You can go to Marshalltown.com and you can just, you can see all these wonderful tools and products that you guys have they like. So Marshalltown.com.
Marshalltown.com. And if you want to know how to spell it, it's kind of simple. It's kind of like right there and on my hat, just like you see, Marshalltown, man. Come on, Marshalltown.com. All right, we're going to pay a couple bills and we'll come back and I'll see if I can wiggle a t-shirt out of Kim while I'm doing that on commercial break. We're not just done just yet. Sponsor day here at the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 continues.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of quality from Marshalltown. For over 130 years, Marshalltown has forged a brand known for quality, craftsmanship, and a commitment to masonry professionals like you. From start to finish, Marshalltown produces tough, well-designed tools that perform beyond industry standards. Plus, every tool comes with top-notch customer success support and exclusive benefits through Team Marshalltown. We're proud of our history and proud to support the BRICKLAYER 500 and professionals like you. So good luck from Marshalltown, where quality still matters.
How about that Marshalltown commercial right there, Dan?
That's a great commercial. Marshalltown's got some good products.
Hey, we just heard a lot from Kim Haley. Tim, thank you very much for all of that information. I'm over here at the NCCER booth with Dan Belcher from Gainesville, Florida, all the way from the south. Thank you for being up here with us today, Dan. What does the NCCER stand for? What is that acronym?
All right, Sean, thank you, appreciate it. The NCCER is actually the National Center for Construction Education and Research, and we've been around for 26 years and are really excited to be part of the Masonry Madness, the BRICKLAYER 500. We've been here for many, many years and really like and support what goes on in the masonry industry.
Well, we appreciate you being here today because we know how important it is in today's environment for workforce development. Building the future, what's going to be next? You guys are taking it step by step. And it's not just the masonry trade. You cover a lot of different trades, the construction area altogether. Is that correct, Dan?
That is correct. So the NCCER offers about 42, 45 different trades that we develop craft training for. And so it is the opportunity for us to get as many individuals into the construction industry. And it's not just, as Sean said, it's not just masonry. We're looking at all aspects of construction to get individuals excited and wanting really to become part of this great industry that is keeping the trade strong.
Hey, and that's what we need. We need your excitement, and you're an excitable guy, and you've got some more information to give here. I know it. There's a couple of cool things to talk about. Not only do you cover a vast number of trades, you're out there delivering the message. How has the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500, which is designed to create a platform for all of those suppliers, the brick manufacturers, block manufacturers, mortar suppliers, accessory suppliers, we all have a platform now to speak and throw our voice. Has that been successful with helping in your efforts?
It's helping, but it's going to take more and more and more people to spread the message as we go along with this. It's not just one group that is going to be able to do this. Everybody has to get involved. Everybody has to play a part in just making the construction industry the industry that individuals want to get into.
Hey, I'm passionate about it myself. Now, there's some, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Maybe you want to do it. Excitement is good. Excitement is good. Dan, you got something that's really cool that's coming up here. You guys are introducing a new program. What is that program called?
It's actually our Construction Talent Pipeline, and this is going to be a way to connect individuals with craft training, connect them to entry-level employment at the end of this training. So it's a great opportunity for anybody out there that is looking at, whether you are a high school student, somebody looking for a job, somebody who's been displaced. We are looking for anybody to find their true calling.
Well, the NCCER, they have long-reaching arms. We appreciate you being here on the Spec Mix BRICKLAYER 500 Demo Day, and keep hitting that audience. We're going to build for the future. Now, we've got some other exciting things that are going to come up. Dan, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to talk with you a little bit longer. Okay. But before we do, we might have a past car champion of the Indianapolis 500 winner here with us today. Now, I don't get to go talk to him myself because I'm going to stay here. I'm going to talk with Dan. We're going to talk shop. But I think we're going to turn that over to TC. But before we do, let's watch a quick message, and we're going to be back with you and find out who that winner was.
Hey, welcome back. That was an amazing video that we saw there. Thank you so much, Sean. It was such an amazing video. It went by so quick, guys. So I don't know if you saw that, but the car was quick. That's why he won the Indy 500. Actually, we're here with two great sponsors who have been with us for a long time, Ben Stout and John Brockelman. And without these guys, we cannot, you know, the Mason and Tender have so many different parts that they use to put it together when they're working. I like to use the word simpatico, because it really is amazing the way they work together. First, I'm going to talk with John Brockelman. And John, you guys have really been just amazing with Jackson. And you know, you got to carry mud. I mean, you got to have mud. It is an integral part, and it has to be, it can't just be a regular wheelbarrow. It's got to be sturdy, man.
It's got to be a heavy-duty one, and you see with all these guys out here how hard they work to do this every time. It's why we give them our top-of-the-line Jackson wheelbarrow, top-of-the-line Razorback shovels, and our top-of-the-line Harper brooms. We realize we're just an accessory part of it, but like you said, it all goes together.
Yeah, good luck carrying mud in your pockets trying to build a wall. So, you know, you know, it's like anything else. There is no part that's too small because it all does work together, right?
It all does. It absolutely does. Like we said, we're just one link in that chain. We try and give these guys the most heavy-duty product we can. We're very proud. We're USA made. We're USA made with our brooms, with our shovels, and we're the contractor's choice for it.
I love it. Ben Stout, I want to talk to you. We're going to give you the microphone. Talk to us a little bit about the Razorback tools with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. The Razorback D-handle transfer shovel here is just the most trusted brand by the pro. We have an armor D grip where the actual wood of the handle is driven up into the D handle so it won't twist, it won't turn, and a rolled step, so none of that mortar that they're trying to mix and transfer into the as they're doing their job will get stuck and corroded up there and mess with their shovel, the shovel blade. So it's just a high quality shovel and one that is most trusted by the pro.
And they've got to, because they're working on their Gatorback mortar boards and they're keeping that mortar nice and moist the way they want it.
That's right.
Inside there as well. I mean, they're lifting it out of the mud tubs. Our mudslingers are hauling. They're there in the Jackson wheelbarrow. They're doing it. Like I said, it all has to work together. There are no small parts of an engine. You take away a small part, it is not going to work. And without you guys, this competition would not work. So thank you very much for being a part of it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're proud to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
John Brockelman and Ben Stout, Razorback and Jackson. These guys are awesome. This is very cool. All right, now here we go. We're going to the NCCER video. Why? Because if you've ever thought about, I want to join the NCCER, well, this is what it's all about. Because these guys run the fastest trowel on the block. Take a look at the Jumbotron. Hey, welcome back. I am standing in front of an absolutely beautiful structure from cast stone. This is absolutely amazing. Over to my far left over here, we have Mr. Ragsdale, Luke Ragsdale, and he is the president of Cast Stone, and actually just amazing stuff. Pete Zwolek, who's the masonry director over at Williamson College. And these are some of the guys that put it all together, isn't it, Pete?
It is. It is.
Did you guys, you were in on that too, right? Or were you just like the foreman, just keeping an eye?
I made the stone.
Ah, he made the stone. So Pete, talk to me what was going on behind us here. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so if you look to your left over here, we just built a pier. We have some cast stone, and we have some brick and some cast stone on the top with a nice pineapple design on the top.
Right.
And all the students here from Williamson worked on it throughout the day today and yesterday, so they did a lot of hard work, so it's good.
This is awesome, some stuff right here. And now I understand one of your former students, and is also a teacher there at Williamson, is actually in the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. It's Team Bichetti, isn't it?
Yes, that's it. That's Team Bichetti over there. He wasn't one of my students. He graduated from Williamson, though, in '99, and now he's here representing Philadelphia as going to be the best bricklayer. So
that's awesome. Pass that over to Luke. Luke, talk to us a little bit about cast stone, because every time we see a project from you guys, it's always so beautiful. I mean, this is quality stuff. Not just how they put it together, but I mean, it's just beautiful looking stone.
Yeah, so we're the Cast Stone Institute, and we're a group of producer members all over the country, and this is what we do. We produce cast stone to make your project as beautiful as you can design it. And we kind of specialize in this. We are held to a lot of tolerances. We have outside inspections in our plants. We're held to 6,500 PSI and above. We're held to 6% absorption rate and below. So there's not all apples to apples when it comes to cast stone manufacturers, and that's what we represent here as the Cast Stone Institute, as producer members that make stone that will stand the test of time.
Well, it's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for coming out here once again and being one of our amazing sponsors. And Pete, I'm telling you, you do an amazing job with the students, and who knows, we'll see maybe one of these kids over there as well. So I think it's pretty amazing. Thank you so much for doing everything. I want to grab this real quick. I want to talk to the guy who has the trowel in his hand. What's your name?
Ramier Stewart.
Ramier, no, don't go anywhere. Don't be hiding now. Y'all going to be on camera. I don't want anybody walking away. So now, did you do most of the work?
No, it was it was a team effort.
Good job. I just want to see if you wanted to use the word team effort or whatever. Yeah. I didn't know. You're like, yeah, I did it all. I'm holding the trowel. My job, I did it. Okay,
yeah, the guys came together. We did what we had to do.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hard work, a lot of communication, and at the end, we was racing against time, and we got it done.
That's awesome. Is he a good teacher?
He's a great teacher.
How about Luke? He's a good boss?
First time meeting him, it was a great first impression.
Great. You said all the right things. This guy is going far. This is absolutely awesome. Thanks, man, for taking a second. I appreciate it. Sean, I know you're over there at the Arizona Masonry Council, and I'll tell you what, I was looking at that project that they were building, and it is absolutely stellar. I mean, cast stone, amazing. Arizona Masonry Council, amazing. I want to know how they did their project.
Yeah, it's pretty cool down here. We're talking masonry all day long, and we're seeing some really cool designs. Designs like this pavilion, masonry pavilion. It's masonry, rebar, and grout. It's masonry all the way through. Now, this is the Arizona Masonry Council. We got a couple of different groups that are involved with this nonprofit group. We've got Brad over here, Eric, and Van, who's the actual designer of this particular unique structure. Now, you guys came up with this. You're from Last Engineering, architectural firm. Now, how did all of this come to fruition?
Sure. So Last Architects is an architecture firm, but we are very interested in the material practice and how that comes together with design. And so Arizona Masonry Council approached us to take on masonry and this very kind of standard product and do something unique with it for the convention.
Well, who takes credit for it then? Is it Arizona Masonry Council that had this idea, this vision, and you tailored to them, or vice versa?
So it's very collaborative. So we all sat down in a room together. We discussed ideas of prefabrication, ideas of standardized materials, and we put pen to paper and came up with something that we could do for the folks here today.
Well, that's really awesome. So I want to learn more here about the Arizona Masonry Council. Cassie, please come on in here. You've been with us here for a number of years. Now, You guys have built some really cool things in the past. You came up with this one, this pavilion, 100% masonry. Now, what is the mission of the Arizona Masonry Council? What is it?
So it's pretty straightforward. We're here to just bring together the stakeholders in the masonry industry in Arizona to, you know, inspire creativity and advancement of masonry products and materials in Arizona.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are using traditional building materials, stuff that's been around for a long time, but you're doing it and using them in such a different way. You're creating these unique structures. You're just expanding what masonry can do. Is that right?
Pushing masonry to the limits on all elements, yes.
Now, Cassie, I'm sure you can take on a lot, but it's not all on you. Now, is your husband here, Moroni? Come on over here. Now, Moroni, now let's bring him into the light here. I've got something interesting with this guy. This is how tight-knit the masonry group is. Now, you've been all over the place. You've installed a lot of different types of units. You've competed in a few competitions in your past, am I right?
You're right. I've gotten lucky a few times in Las Vegas, and some of that was in competitions, for sure.
Does one come to mind? I mean, are we standing right next to a set that maybe you have excelled at, maybe taken home a title?
Yeah, I might have gotten first place in the fastest trowel on the block in 2004.
Hey, how about that? Now, you started in there, you're expanding your skills, your speed, and your efficiencies out here, and we appreciate the Arizona Masonry Council being out here. Cassie, Van, Eric, Brad, this is expanding masonry. Now, we got a lot more to cover. Lights getting dim. Tom, I think you've moved on to another pretty core group that's been around forever. These are the educators of educators for the masonry community. Tom, who are you sitting there with?
Well, you know what? I got a couple of great guys to my left and right. I feel like I'm doing a talk show, so I'm just going to sit back and maybe I'll do a little Johnny Carson. I don't know. So this is some wild and wacky stuff with the IMI. I like it. No, to my left, Anthony DePerna. To my right, Bob Arnold. And, you know, these guys. First, Bob, I want to talk about you. You got to promote. You upgraded International Secretary Treasurer. Is that correct?
Yep, I did. So I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the International Union of Bricklayers. And I've been in this position for 2 years.
Okay.
I started and COVID hit. So it's like the wheels fell off. But,
oh, my gosh.
It's been good. It's been good. I was 8 years with the National Training Director, and then came back to the union, and now I'm in D.C.
Okay. Now, you guys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, looking at this wall behind me where it says the BAC, that's a beautiful wall back there, you know. And that's the kind of brickwork that people want to see. They want to see beautiful stuff for something like that. And you're responsible for stuff like this with all the training and the schooling, correct?
We do. And it was 2 of our instructors that did the job behind us. And it's just to show what masonry can do. You know, it's not, you're not going to see something like that on a house or a building all the time, but just to see something that's different. And I think it stands out. It brings people to look and say, oh, that's really cool.
It is. It's really nice. And Anthony, you know, talk to me, you know, about the broad scope of, you know, the reach of what the IMI, you know, actually can do, and you know, why people need to get involved, why people need to give you guys a call, go online and check you guys out.
Well, you know, we're all about training and training the next generation, mason, bricklayer, tile, cement, plaster. So we do it all. And our outreach really is to the architects, engineers, and to the youth of America that this is a great career, it's a great living, great benefits, and really bringing back to the architects, engineers, how masonry can be used and how it's a green source of energy where there's no waste, that doesn't go into a landfill where it can't be reused. And so, you know, keeping everything in green technology, we should be the leader of this industry.
I want to ask you a question. When folks come up here and, you know, maybe they don't know a lot about you, maybe they do know a little bit about you, what are some of the questions that they're asking? You know, people are inquisitive, you know, like, do they, you know, what do you guys do? What are you guys all about? So why don't you give everybody give them that 30-second elevator pitch. What can you do for them, and what are you guys all about that can make a difference?
Sometimes they'll come up and say, you know, why do I want to be a union bricklayer? Why do I want to join the union? And we talk about the benefits we provide. Training is probably number one, is to get all the union training that we can do, pensions, just about we're all about what we can do for our members, and to bring in more people and just a better way of life.
And, you know, Anthony, one more question before we head out of here. When folks come over here, what kind of information can they get
And if they can't get it right here, where can they go to get it for you guys so they know, yeah, I want more information. This is what I want to learn about.
So obviously we give out our business cards, and on the business cards is our website, on our tents is our website. They can find us in so many ways, and we also give them a list of our training centers throughout the whole country. So we have training centers in every state in America. So I mean, no matter where they live, we can facilitate them getting into our program. Learn. It's not a craft. It's a living. It's a way to better yourself in the community and have great benefits. And like Bob just noted there, nobody can do this forever, and wouldn't it be great when you're done that you have a steady income with a defined benefit and a defined contribution plan that you can provide for yourself, your family, and anybody else you need to, and later in life, and not have to worry about where that next check is coming from?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing, and I wish my sons and my daughters had known about stuff like this a long time ago. And so now we get the word out, because that's what it's all about. Like you said, you do make a good living, and it's not just a good living or a check. I look at this stuff behind me and go, I can step back and go, look at what I created. It's beautiful. And it's things like I've talked about, the Parthenon, the pyramids. People come on vacation to look at this stuff. Masonry is beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and we've also partnered out with all the School Council of America. So once a year we get there's like 30,000 of them, and we're there, the building trades, promoting the trades to the youth of America. And believe it or not, the parents are really surprised when we go to the schools and actually show them, what our benefit is, what our pay structure is, and at the very bottom it says school debt, 0. We'll give them all the training they need.
Jeez, that's just unbelievable. Anthony, Bob, thank you so much. I love the fact that what he just said, 0 school debt. Think about that, everybody. That should ring everybody's bell right there. 0 school debt. Check these guys out. Sean, I got 0 school debt over here. What do you got over there at Best Block, my friend?
Well, we've got another group that has helped out so much in getting this event off and running. Yes, we're talking about clay brick units for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 event, but that's not all we have in Masonry Madness. We also have the fastest trowel. We also have some concrete masonry units that get used for the starter courses in the bricklaying event. Now, I'm over here with Coulter. He is with Best Block. And you guys have supplied us with all of this stuff. You guys have been around and established for a long time. You've got a decade of experience yourself, and you look pretty young to me. But
well, thanks, Sean, for having us out here. We just want to say thanks to the Spec Mix group and for having us and being able to support the event. We are providing all of the concrete masonry units that will be used in tomorrow's event. So the guys are out here, they're slinging blocks. They'll be the fastest trowel. How many of these things do you think you could lay in that time period?
I'm not even close. That's why you'll never see my name on that ticket. I tell you what, I might be able to lay 1 or 2 brick and then get exhausted, but those guys, when they're slinging that block around, it is amazing. Now, Best Block, you guys make a lot of different styles. You've got structural, you've got architectural, you've got large format masonry units, right? You're going to walk us through some of this. Yeah. In what applications do you use them?
Yeah, so we do a lot to support the masonry industry. We constantly promote the usage of concrete masonry units and design with architects and engineers. So the large format masonry units, the different architectural finishes we have are available on a nationwide basis.
If we take a look, you've got a couple of different displays up here, starting with some of the architectural, right? Sure. If we slide down this way, we've got a couple of different options. Why don't we talk about structural a little bit? It's very important. Building with masonry, keeping the trade strong. What is the number 1 or 2 things that a customer will actually ask of you to help his business go forward?
I get 2 questions a lot. How are we going to gain wall share back for structural masonry out there with competitive wall systems? And then number 2, how am I going to keep people on my job? Picking those things up, they're heavy, they hurt, right? Those guys go home sore every day.
There's no doubt. I mean, it's in the blood. There's a reason for it. This is not just for anyone. These guys have built up a physique about them where they're able to manage these heavier units, but in the most efficient, effective way to be safe. But you have expanded. You've made some different types of structural units where when I thought an 8x8x16 was heavy, no, you guys went and just blew that right up, didn't you?
That's right. So over here we have the 8832 unit. So it's a 32-inch long block, right? So you're basically doubling your production on the wall, and that thing's heavy, so you need a little bit of a lift assist to do it. So with construction robotics, we think we have the solution to both of the questions that we get asked a lot.
Well, you got to provide some solutions for those customers. Now that 32-inch block, that does go in fast. Getting some equipment like that to help and assist those, whether they're double teaming them man on man or using some mechanical equipment, they need to take advantage of any kind of tool that they can. So outside of the structural elements, you've got to get into the beauty of masonry. You've got options there. Architects come to you, help me design. You've got a lot of different shapes, sizes, and styles. Tell us about your architectural series.
So the architectural series, this is the large format series that we have here. So 12 by 24s, you know, big stuff, nice finishes, polished units, textured units, different colors, different things. We've got them available nationwide.
So there's so many, we just don't want to list them all here today. If you need to find out more, come over here to the Best Block tent and actually Coulter, see him, and we are going to go and check out one more group that you have seen all day long. You're going to see all day long tomorrow. Tom, are you way up in the sky or thinking about it? Well, you know what? I think you might be getting up there so high on that hydromobile that your mic is not working anymore.
It's got to be working somewhere. There we go.
All right.
We
Please
got us.
Climb us up that ladder.
I don't know if I'm going to climb up there or not, but I'm hanging with Kevin O'Shea from Hydromobile now. This is one of the smaller versions that we have here, Kevin, but you guys are so gracious over the years. We appreciate everything you do. And, of course, if it wasn't for that amazing Hydromobile that holds that Ford truck up there, you know, we'd be dead in the water, my friend. How is Hydromobile doing?
Hydromobile is doing really good. All
right, Tom.
All right, hang on. I'm going to give him this mic right here.
We're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun with the show. We're having a lot of fun here. It's nice to see everyone back again. This has been a great day so far. It will be a better day tomorrow. And it's all about making sure that the masons out there know that we've got their back out there, right? You know, these guys are out there working for their families and working for their livelihood. And we've got to give them safety. We've got to give them capacity. We've got to give them speed. And we hope that we give them that with this equipment.
Well, I know you do, because when we watch that all go up there, I mean, it's sturdy as all get out, and that's really what Hydromobile is all about. It's got to be safe, because we're talking about going up these buildings on all this stuff, and we just love everything that Hydromobile represents. So is there anything new, you know, in the future for Hydromobile? What's going on?
Yeah, we've got a great product development team, and they're always working with feedback from the field. You know, the really important part of that is that we're taking the feedback from the guys who are out there doing the work, and we're taking it back to the manufacturing side and saying, hey, this is what the market wants, you know? And so this equipment here, for instance, is different in as much as that this features galvanization on the platform sections now and on the superstructure. It's optional, but it's something that the masons have expressed a desire in certain working environments and areas that might be the key for them to improving their duty of care on the product, you know, to make maintenance that little bit easier for them. So this is an example of what we continue to do, which is we listen to their feedback, we work with them, and then we want to provide them solutions that make them more profitable, but improve safety as well.
You know, I don't think you can say it any better or write it in a manual. That's exactly what they want. And that's what's important about Hydromobile. You listen, you execute, and you give them what they want. That is just absolutely what everybody loves. And again, we want to thank you. It's our 20-year anniversary. Thank you so much for being such a valuable and amazing sponsor over the years.
Listen, it's been an honor for us as much, because we just love this show. We love the association we have with the show, and the mason industry in particular. We love working with them. There's a lot of characters in this industry, as you know, right? And it makes you want to get up every day, right? And that's really what motivates all of the guys at Hydromobile. You know, we just want to do that and have fun while we're doing it, you know.
Well, thank you. Kevin O'Shea with Hydromobile. Sean, we're not done yet, because our good buddies over at Quikrete, I know Dale is over there. He's got a friend as well, and you guys are going to be talking about some wonderful Quikrete products over there. Sean O'Malley, what you got?
Hey, thank you, Tom, very much. I am over here at the Quikrete booth. We got a couple of legends in the industry. We're going to make an introduction here to Mr. Dale Nels, Mr. Dennis Bittner with the Quikrete companies. Now, these guys have very unique roles, and they are able to provide unique products for the Quikrete companies that are just the best of the best. We're going to talk about that. Quikrete makes a lot of different materials throughout the country. Some are more basic, some are more advanced. Our technology with our sales team, the knowledge that they retain and educate their customers and other members of the distribution networks, it's on you guys. You guys have a very challenging job because you're not just covering the basics. You guys are in the construction products division, which gets into a lot of different areas. Infrastructures with shotcretes, stucco materials, lightweight, it goes on and on. It's all complex material. Dennis, tell us a little bit about that infrastructure and how it relates to the Quikrete materials.
My group would really handle a wide array of products, everything from fast-setting materials, primarily designed for highway repair, typical pothole repair materials, shotcretes, which have a wide array of uses, everything from highway and bridge applications.
Let's not forget the swimming pools. I mean, that's important too.
A lot of swimming pools, a lot of mining and underground railroad construction. We handle hand patches, and we handle non-shrink grouts and wide variety of applications for non-shrink grout.
You know, one of the things that we have out here, and we haven't had an opportunity to see yet, is one of the race car drivers that was in the Indianapolis 500. You know what, sometimes those racetracks, they bust up, and they need an immediate repair. That's the type of product they come to Dennis. Dennis, what do I use? I need a fast set. These guys can't be sitting around on the track. I need that repair done now. You guys offer that. It's been awesome that you guys were here today. Dale, you cover up a lot of the stucco products, covering from commercial to residential. You provide a lot of different materials for unique applications. You guys are top notch. I've used some of your products, and I look forward to using more in the future. Now, we're getting close to being done with the masonry demo day, but we're not there yet. We're going to kick this back around the loop. We're going to go back and see if Tom Clark is in position. Let's go see what he's doing with Ford.
Sean, it just happens that I'm going to be frunking for the rest of the day. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because earlier I told you we were on the back end of the F-150 from Ford Pro with Nick and Andrew. And okay, the back was absolutely impressive when they flipped on the switch right there and the Spec Mix Workhorse was going as well as everything else. I'm like, what is going on? Get it? What? Okay, fine, thank you. Hey, you told me, you said Doc Brown could actually have sent Marty back to the future with all that power.
That's not official, but I'll say that, sure.
Okay, I'm back here with Nick Banger and Andrew Comrie Picard from Ford Pro. And seriously, we're in the front, otherwise known as the front trunk. And yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, what is really cool about it is, you know, there are a lot of trucks in this industry. You see a lot of pickups around all the time, but you've never had this kind of functionality until the internal combustion engine was gone. So suddenly you've got this big compartment in the front of the truck called the Mega Power Frunk, all right? It's got a 400-pound capacity. That's the Mega.
That's a 1970s band.
I know.
Mega Power Frunk.
We're going to play later. But it's got 400 pounds of payload capacity. That's the Mega. And the power is that it has the outlets. We talked earlier about the Pro Power onboard when we were out back, right? You got 2,400 watts of available power here from 4 120 outlets and a USB-C, a USB-A. But it means you can run stuff out of the front of the trunk here. I'm just going to turn on the breaker here, and right away you'll see these work lights come on. And this is where we really want people to start imagining what you can do with the power and the space that's available up here. You need to charge your batteries in a secure place away from prying eyes. We can put that all in here and let that happen. And then you can power big things. Look, I got a mixer right here. This is running.
Oh man, we got a mixer.
Right?
I love it.
This is just running off the Mega Power Frunk. So it's got power, it's Mega, and it's got a couple other features I like too. Can I show you something?
Yeah, come on.
All right. So if you want to, you know, I throw stuff in the trunk anyway. I throw stuff in my pickup truck bed, right? But if you want to throw your boots in here, whatever, that's great. But then you can wash it out. It's actually got a drain in the bottom. You can just put the water right in here, wash it out. Wow. But the other advantage of that, of course, at the end of the day, and it is about the end of the day right now, throw a little ice in there and a couple of, I can't officially say tall boys, but you throw a couple of things in there and keep them cold, right?
I think so. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Somebody get a bag of ice, and we're going to be good to go. And Nick, once again, you guys have just outdone yourself with Ford Pro. You know, so tell us a little bit more about the overall vehicle that we're looking at here.
Yeah, one of the first questions that we get, you know, over here at the Ford F-150 Lightning is the range, right? So we have an available extended battery, 300-mile range.
Wow.
It's amazing. Now, the other question we get is, okay, well, I want to tow, I want to haul. How do I know how much range I'm going to have? Well, we have an intelligent system on board that calculates weather, payload, you name it, goes into a real world factor of exactly how much range you're going to have left, so we can at least have people plan for their trip, find a charging station if they need them. And oh, by the way, we're going to make it very easy to hook up, charge, and all get paid time. So.
And Andrew, I know there's a huge display in there that can help you while you're doing all stuff like that. Briefly go over that, and if folks want to, you can put them inside the cab and show them that display.
Yeah, that's right. We'd be happy to have them over here, show them that. It has a range of incredible functionality. You know, there are a lot of things on the new F-150s that are just remarkable in the workplace, remarkable to help you get your day done. But what this features specifically, the F-150 Lightning, the full electric vehicle we're looking at here, amongst other things, has customizable range reserve, for example. So if you're at the work site all day running the things we were running off the back, running all this stuff, you can set limits to say, okay, but only use so much power. I got to get home. And the truth is, the range is not severely affected by what you're doing here, but you can watch exactly what's going on, including on the Ford Pro Pass app on your phone. Great functionality there. And I want to also throw in, by the way, not only is this whole system sort of automotive grade, it's submersible, all the battery and inverter, but additionally, it's been tested for all the millions of miles that Fords have always been tested to make sure that they're going to be durable, get what you need done on the work site. And interestingly, if you think about it, all of this stuff being electric, you can work indoors. You can pull this inside the building you're working on. You work in a parking structure, of course, because there's no emissions. There's no generator running and spitting anything out. You're full electric all the time.
Okay, I've got the best idea in the whole wide world. Guys, I want to get the dimension of the truck. This is my new man cave. I'm going to call it the Ford Pro Man Cave, and you're all invited.
And you can go front gating.
Yeah, what
you
was
can
that?
go front gating.
Okay, I just want to make sure that everything was right. Hey, get over here to Ford. Either now or tomorrow. They're going to be here all day. See Andrew, see Nick. They will give you the stem to stern run of this most amazing vehicle from Ford Pro. It is the F-150 electric. It's just above and beyond that. It is so cool. Guys, we got to head out of here. Andrew, thank you so much.
Thanks
We
very
appreciate it. Give me some of that.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, let's frunk tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for the big show. Can we say that? We can say that, right?
You said it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's roll that tape. Quick.
Celebrating 20 years. The Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 World Championship is back.
David Cabez from Ranch Masonry. Darren Galpin, who is the world's best bricklayer. Let's lay some brick!
The best masons in the business are ready to test their skill, speed, and stamina, all for a chance to take home their share of $125,000 in cash and prizes, including a new Ford F-250 4x4 truck, Kubota RTV X1140, ESSIC Pro 12 mortar mixer, and the title, World's Best Bricklayer. It's all part of Masonry Madness Day, and it's coming to you live from the world of concrete in Las Vegas.
Get those last bit of bricks in. Come on. Trowels down.
The Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 Regionals begin in the late spring and continue at various locations throughout North America. See your Spec Mix representative or distributor for your nearest Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 regional location. Detailed information is available at specmix.com. This broadcast is a copyright of Spec Mix. The Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 and the Spec Mix Toughest Tender are wholly owned properties of Spec Mix. No rebroadcast or sale of this broadcast is allowed without the expressed written consent of Spec